It is an absolutely beautiful day out here, guys. Oh, kind of the mountains. It's not like the mountains that I'm used to in California and Oregon, but this is Arizona's version of the mountains and forests. And it's beautiful and it's perfect. Oh my goodness, just look at that tree. Look at it. Oh, I'm so happy right now. I needed this so badly, guys. So, oh wow, so fucking beautiful. Alright, hello beautiful people. I brought it inside the car. It is too windy out there to take a video. But happy St. Patrick's Day, guys. It is probably going to be well after St. Patrick's Day when I post it, but it is not difficult for me to wear green because I think I wear green I wear green probably every single fucking day. I would say about half of my wardrobe is green. Even my pajamas are completely green. Like, got green on these. Green's my favorite color. Anyway, guys, let's get started. I have been feeling very suffocated. I think that's like the easiest, most straightforward way to say it. You know, I have been feeling very suffocated where I'm at in life right now, and even in my skin, it's been showing. Like, I've been getting more breakouts. My skin has been turning red. Even when I'm not drinking, my skin is turning red. I think that I am building some type of alcohol intolerance, which is, I'm not mad about it, to be honest. It's just something else to give up in life. I have just been, I think, been fighting a lot of inner demons recently, and I came out here and I'm so glad that I did, because my heart has just been missing those Humboldt Hills and the redwoods and the forests and the rivers and mountains so much lately. Like, pretty much as soon as I moved into my car, actually even before that, I was just like, man, I just miss the mountains. I miss the mountains so much. And even then I started getting this urge to leave, and so I came out here, and I'm so glad I did. It's been so good for my heart. But one thing that I've been kind of processing while being here is that it's okay to be different. It's okay if certain people rub you wrong, or certain environments rub you wrong. If certain places aren't right for you, it's all right. That does not mean that there's anything wrong with you, and it doesn't mean that you don't even necessarily belong either. Sometimes I've learned that moving through life is about finding the people and places that actually vibe with us in the way that we need and the ways that we want. For me, I find that I'm realizing more and more how much location matters. I think that I realized that massively when I left Salt Lake City and I moved to Arizona, and I have healed a lot in the past like 5 months of living here. It was absolutely necessity, but I'm also kind of realizing, like, I'm a mountain woman. I'm a mountain woman. And you know, like, you can like, you can take the girl away from the mountain, but you can't take the mountain away from the girl. It's always there in your fucking heart, and I feel that, like, so deeply. And I think that I have known for a long time that Arizona was not going to be a long-term home for me, because it is desert, high desert. I mean, I am in kind of a mountainous area, so there is mountains here, but it's definitely where I'm living at currently has not been meeting the need in my soul. Not gonna lie, guys. And that's okay. It doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with the place or the people in my life, and it doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with me. It's okay to be different. It's okay to want something more than what you have in your current environment, space, and relationships. It's okay if the things in your life don't vibe with you and you have to change or let things go or remove them. It's okay to be different. That's basically just what I wanted to come on to share with you guys today. Oh my goodness, there is this big, old looking dog. So cute. Dogs. What a lug. This dog is so cute. I love it. Love it. I think an aspect of an aspect of self-acceptance and self-love is realizing that it is okay to be different, and it's okay if you do not vibe with everything going on in your life all the time. That's all right. Learning to be okay with having different needs than other people or being a different person. Like, I'm thinking of some of my friends that are so uniquely different from me. But when we are together, man, we shine. We shine like diamonds, shine bright like a diamond. And we have a fucking blast together. And oftentimes we have to go our separate ways because we are very different individuals. But it doesn't have to be a negative thing. It doesn't have to be a negative thing to be different than people around you, to have those different needs. I don't know, guys. I'm feeling really good, and I don't know if this is going to vibe with anybody. Maybe you just needed to see the pretty pictures of this little forested area that I'm currently in. Maybe that'll cheer you up. Maybe this will just inspire somebody to get out and go somewhere that satisfies your heart's desire. Seriously, guys, and more beyond just going on a little walk. But if going on a little walk is, go on a little walk. Those are also, yes, absolutely very beneficial. But if you're in a certain scenery that does not meet your heart's truest desires and needs, go somewhere that it does. Find a place, even if it's just for a couple hours, for a day. You want to take a weekend, take a week, a little vacay. Go somewhere that meets basically your aesthetic needs, guys. Allow yourself to romance with nature and enjoy the beautiful things that life has to offer you. Like, I have loved living in the desert. It is so, I mean, and the people that live out there they wouldn't necessarily call it the desert. I do. I think it's like high desert. As much as I love it, it's so unique. And I will say one of my favorite aspects of Arizona out of everything is the sky. No matter what time of day it is, as long as you get that desert backdrop, and even sometimes without it, goddamn, the sky is absolutely phenomenal. From sunrise, sunset, the middle of the fucking night, it doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't matter, dude. The sky is fucking insane. Best part of Arizona. But just as much as I can love these beautiful aspects of this desert type of life, my heart finds true satisfaction in a certain type of place. And that, mainly, guys, would be around big trees. It is. I am a tree girl. Absolutely. And I think that every person is a tree person to some degree. But I am realizing more and more just how important trees are to me in my life. And that is where I feel the most at peace in my heart and in my soul, is when I am surrounded by trees. So, I hope this inspired you guys. Go somewhere beautiful. Go somewhere that inspires you. Go somewhere that fills your heart with, yes, I'm exactly where I want to be. This is exactly where I want to be. This is home to me. This is perfect. I'm so happy to be here right now. I've been wanting to come here for so long. Go to places that make you feel like that. oftentimes the only person holding you back from doing that is yourself. And I get it. We can make a lot of excuses not to do the things that we love, not to go the places that we love. But excuses are just excuses, and one day you're going to learn that you had the power to take that back. You had the power to change an excuse into a, you know what, I'm going to go for it. You know what, I'm going to go to that place. So, I am not putting anybody down for if you are in that mode of using excuses, though. I just want to say this. Everybody uses excuses. I use them all the fucking time for one reason or a fucking another. And I've had some very self-empowering conversations with some people recently that just basically were like, no, let's go deeper. And I was like kind of fucking called out, but at the same time, I was like, thank you. Like, shit, like, you really made me look at myself in a completely different way. And you made me realize that I was kind of making excuses for certain habits, for certain choices that I'm making in my life, and that, guess what? I have the power not to do that. I have the power to choose differently. I have the power to bring more joy into my life. Abso-fucking-lutely. Now is the time for me to stop making excuses. It really is, guys. It really is. I don't want to make excuses anymore because I think that excuses oftentimes hold a certain level of dishonesty. Kind of based on this conversation that I had with, he was actually a customer in my bar. He's one of the new regulars at the bar. He'd ask me a question and I'd answer it and he'd be like, no, that's not really what's going on. It's deeper than that. And so I'd go deeper, and he's like, still not it, man. Still not it. And it's great because he's fucking drunk, dude, but he is like, fucking, like, absolutely correct, absolutely right. Like, and just made me really deep dive into realizing, and this wasn't even his purpose I don't think this was his purpose. Maybe in his little subconscious higher self purpose with the conversation, but it made me realize that so many excuses are lies to ourselves. So many reasons that I say are, oh, well, this is because of this. And what our conversation was about had to do with imbalance in life. And I was saying that my life was out of balance because I had kind of fell into an imbalance with alcohol recently. And he was like, no, alcohol, yes, it can cause other imbalances in your life, but it's a symptom of something else that is out of balance within yourself. And it really got me thinking. So then he's like, well, what's really going on there? And I was like, joy. I think it's joy. I feel like joy is missing. I'm not feeling joy here anymore. And he's like, well, why? And so I answer him and I say, oh, it's because of creativity. I haven't really been as creative lately. And he's like, that's not it. That's not it. And he's like, I'll tell you what's out of balance in my life. I'll tell you why I'm in here drinking like this. It's because I want to be somewhere else. I want to be on my homestead, off-grid, in the middle of nowhere, in the desert. But right now I can't do that. Because right now he needs solar panels so he will be able to run his refrigerator. He can't live out there, otherwise his stuff will go bad. So that is why he's been living in town in an RV park and looking for work. And he's like, that's why why my joy feels like it's missing. That's where I feel out of balance in my life. And I was just like, wow, dude, like, I think that it's the same exact thing for me. I think that I want to be somewhere else. I want to be somewhere else, but this is where I am. And it seems to be seeping the joy out of me. Soon after this, I did decide that I am leaving Arizona. Of course. But it really shows excuses are often lies to ourselves. I made excuses for why I was drinking, but those excuses weren't actually the real reason. And once I found, I will also say this, guys, once I found the real reason behind the imbalance in my life, everything else started to correct itself again. And I do not think that this necessarily always happens where you become aware of something and everything starts working out. But I will say, this is one of those times where in my own personal inner world and my personal kind of space, my zone, not everything that has to do with everybody else around me, like my work environment, blah, 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 but in my own personal space, everything started flowing more. I started doing creative things. I started working on my sewing projects again because I realized what I wanted to change. I also created more balance again with alcohol consumption. And it's like I made a choice and I can feel the joy returning already. I stopped making excuses for why my life was the way that it is and why I don't like it like that. And I decided to also make a change. And I also, even with leaving my job, choosing to leave my job in the next few months, I started making a lot of excuses in my head of how I was going to describe this, how I was going to tell my boss that I'm leaving. Blah, 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 all these things. Oh, it's because of the alcohol. I don't want to be around alcohol that much. Oh, it's just the negative environment, like the hate, sometimes how angry people get. Like, oh, it's just blah, blah, blah. All these excuses that I was making in my head, but every time that I thought of a new one, I knew that it wasn't honest. I knew that it wasn't honest. And I knew that pretty much all of that could kind of be worked through and maneuvered. And at the end of it, I realized all I can say is my heart isn't here. Plain as can be, I don't want to be here anymore. I want to be somewhere else. And I'm not there. And it makes me sad inside not to be there. My heart isn't here. My heart is somewhere else. Maybe that's why they call it like the calling of the heart, because sometimes it literally feels like your heart is just somewhere else and it's calling to you to come find it. It's so beautiful. It's so poetic. These aren't just sad tears. These are just like, oh, it's so beautiful. My period is definitely about to start. I've been very emotional just crying about just even the happiest of things. My heart is calling me somewhere else, and I think that I was a little bit afraid at first of kind of losing the love that I've created with certain people in this community, as well as my boss, and that I would upset certain people. And I just kind of realized, like, first of all, I think that my boss will understand very much. I think that she also is a mountain girl living in the desert. She's an Alaska girl, basically. That's where her home of the heart is. So I'm like, I can just imagine. I think that she'll understand, and she's also a little bit of a gypsy herself, so that took a weight off my shoulders. I gotta stop making excuses to not follow my heart. But I will say this, that the more that I have been in this like nomadic style of living, which has been since 2020, if you are new here or you just simply did not know, the more confidence I create with making moves, and the less ashamed I feel about being like this. Because I think sometimes people think that I am just running away, and I think I've even fed that belief. And I think at times, yes, I have been more running away, but I think that there are times like this where it's just, this isn't my home. This has been a beautiful journey, a beautiful experience, and I am so grateful I came here and for everything that this place has brought me. I do honestly think that Arizona is one of the most healing places that I have ever lived. Both of the times that I've lived here, I have just done massive, extensive healing. Oh, just wow. I think this place even has helped me make peace with being different. Because I've been on a little bit of a journey with this because, like I said, some people have their certain beliefs around nomads and the style of living, and even some nomads feed into this belief. And I think that it's okay to be different. It's okay to go with the flow of life and where you feel like going or how you feel like living at that time. I do not think that I will be nomadic forever. And I tend to be right about this shit. When I think about okay, long term or short term in places, sometimes I may be like, oh yeah, that sounds nice. But in my heart, I know the truth. And I know that I'm not going to be like this forever, guys. I have my fucking dream little cabin. Okay? I've got my dream of a stable living situation. But I also kind of am like, am I going to just not settle until I get that? Maybe? I don't fucking know, guys. I don't know everything the future holds. But I will say right now, the mode that I'm in is that my feet are itching and my little gypsy toes are ready to dance their little feetsies, my little body away from Arizona. I will still be her for a few months. Hopefully, if everything goes well in my life, it will just be a few months. But you know what? I have to kind of let that go. There are some things that are up in the air right now and very out of my control. A little legal battle that I am just entered into, but hopefully that goes well and ends soon. Yeah, guys. Thanks for being here. Please do like and subscribe if you have not already. I'm psyched to have you guys along for my journey. If you've been here for a while, or if you are newer to it, super psyched. Super psyched to have you watching my channel. That's kind of fucking wild. Kind of fucking wild, dude. I want you to know that it is beautiful the way that you are uniquely yourself. It's okay to be different. It's a beautiful thing to be different. And if you're looking for a tribe who is going to ignite your soul in, at least I know that I am. I feel like I've been looking for a tribe for a while, and I definitely feel like I found one here in such a big way. But at the same time, I know in my heart and soul that Arizona is not for me. And I guess I can have this tribe here and find a tribe somewhere else as well. To be honest, having some of the community be so welcoming and supportive of me here probably has been really healing towards me even being able to open up to allow myself to be a part of a tribe. So that's fucking cool too, guys. Oh man. This kind of went off. I think all of my videos kind of go off into a direction that I don't really plan I guess I don't really plan almost any of my videos, so I think I'm gonna end it at that, guys. I hope that you have an absolutely amazing and beautiful day. You're beautiful and perfect, and I'm so grateful that you're here along for my journey. Okay, guys, I guess I'll see you next time. Well, I guess I won't see you, but you'll see me. Unless you comment, and then I'll kind of see you. Okay. Okay, bye, guys. Love you.